Hello, welcome to the Sacred Sister Circle. I'm your host, Sacred Woman Practitioner Tatami, and if you'll notice, it's nighttime. I've got all my lights on, trying to make myself visible here at night, and that's because, yeah, it's nighttime. And I'm making the video. I decided today we were going to, for a special sacred movement exercise, do different parts of our body, moving different parts of our body, focusing on them, focusing on our control of them, moving however slowly or fast we would like to the music, and really just making this exercise just a way to connect with your body and connect with your womb and your sacred energy. So we're going to be doing that. Then we're going to do our Sacred Woman studies. We're going to be skipping our Adinkra studies today because I cannot figure out where I put my cards last time. So yeah, we're going to just be skipping that one and doing it next week as I look for where I put my cards. And without further ado, let's begin today. We pour in honor of Sankofa and we answer with Ashe. Ancestors, we gather here on this Ancestor Monday to venerate you, to venerate nature, to venerate the parts of ourselves that are reconnecting with our ancestral and our indigenous ways. We are looking to connect with our bodies, our minds, and our souls through sacred movements, through ancient as well as modern movements, through movements that are channeling what you once moved, and movements that take steps in a new direction, in a new era during this spiritual renaissance as African peoples in the diaspora and in the motherland reclaim their ways and our ancient power. We ask that you stick with us these last few weeks as we really reach deep to find the different ways that sacred movements can be healing, encouraging, and help us thrive on this path that we've decided to walk to become sacred women. Ashe. We now take a moment of silence for you to call by name any of your ancestors, spirit guides, deities that you work with regularly or who you want to work with specifically for this gateway of sacred movement. Ashe. Let's go ahead and start with our fire breathing. We're going to do 200. So let's go ahead, put our hands on our womb. When you breathe in, your stomach should go out. When you breathe out, your stomach should go in. And don't forget to stop if you're feeling lightheaded, because you're not supposed to pass out. You're just supposed to get a little bit lightheaded, get that oxygen in your brain, but you shouldn't be passing out. Let's do 3 deep breaths.
Mud Woman Clan, hey, hey, I'm in the 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 Mud Woman Clan, woman of the earth, I'm in the Mud Woman Clan, of divine spirit. I'm in the Mud Woman Clan. Devotee of the play movement. I'm in the Mud Woman Clan. Thanks and honor to the mother. I'm in the Mud Woman Clan. Mother side of the creator. I'm in the Mud Woman Clan. I offer this vow to you. I'm in the Mud Woman Clan. To the great mother to earth. I'm in the Mud Woman Clan. Heal My womb of healing, of the day and night, sky of illumination. I go into you and come out filled with light, as only you can place me into the seat of Ox, the mother of healing and nurture. Upon this rock I sit in this seat and shall not be moved. I am Boss, the cat of art and creativity. I will create you a Eureka filled with energy. Come dance with me. Come breathe through me. I will open you up to a softness and an inner grace that will set your soul free. I am the moon. Welcome home. Sit down with me and glow. I rule the moon of your emotion. I live in the tide of your womb. Become one with me, and I will give you harmony. My womb is like sun, Ra, expansive, powerful, and radiant. And like the sun, my womb shines and shines and shines. She is free of all restraint. I give praise to the divine because my soul has a shine. I will take my hips to the four directions: east, west, north, and south, wind, sky, air, earth. unleashing every good and glorious part of me, creating a new world, a higher calling, a pure humanity. That's what my womb is creating so perfectly. Dancing the dance of the womb. We, your daughters, are in need of healing. So we ask that you heal us with your elements, air, fire, water, earth. Anetaraku, 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 Anetaraku. Nutmutsimba, 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 Nutmutsimba. Anetaraku, 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 Anetaraku. If it had moved him there, if it had moved him there, if it had moved him there, if it had moved him there. Anetaraku, 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 Anetaraku. Sekamet sat ra, Sekamet sat ra, Sekamet sat ra, Sekamet sat ra. Anetaraku, 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 Anetaraku. Definite moves him new, definite moves him new, definite moves him new. Anetaraku, 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 Anetaraku. Tired moves him yeah, tired moves him yeah, tired moves him yeah, tired moves him yeah. Anetaraku, 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 Anetaraku. Imbumu to interu, imbumu to interu, imbumu to interu, imbumu to interu. Anetaraku, 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 Anetaraku. Justice, loving myself has been difficult. Simply to be who I am, just to believe that who I am is perfect. Looking in the mirror, here's my chest. I wrote a letter to myself and I sent it right away. I said I love you more and more each day. I wrote a letter to myself and I sent it right away. I said I love you more and more each day.
All right, so our sacred studies are going to start on page 192 today. We're at the Dance of the Womb, Sacred Movement for Physical Purification and Spiritual Rejuvenation. Now, before we get started, I did want to go ahead and let you know that this Friday is a full moon. I highly encourage you, if you can take 10, 5, 30 minutes an hour even, maybe make a whole gathering with some sacred sisters or some witchy sisters, some spiritual sisters that you happen to know, some womb bearers that you happen to know who enjoy manifesting this type of energy. Go ahead and spend some time outside under the moon. This upcoming Friday, or whenever you're watching this, whenever your upcoming full moon is. That way you can really take your dancing out into the elements. And it doesn't necessarily have to be at night. It can be during the day, because the full moon is still there even during the day when perhaps we can't see it, or the sun is out. We can see it, right? The full moon energy is still there. The full moon is there. The energy lasts 3 days. So technically you can go Thursday or Saturday and still receive those wonderful full moon energetic benefits. Write down a list of, manifestations or affirmations in your womb journal before you head out. Maybe just have one memorized to chant to yourself. Add those sacred words to your sacred movement, and really make Friday a wonderful day to focus on whatever it is that you've been really looking to focus on lately, or whatever work you've been needing to do, protective work, self-love work, house cleaning work, whatever it is you've been trying to put your energy towards. Go ahead and use this upcoming energy along with your dance, your movement. And it doesn't have to be wild, frenzied dancing. It doesn't have to be some sort of traditional step. It can just be you moving fluidly and freely with the wind outside. No music, just you and nature. So that is my suggestion for this week for sacred movement, along with continuing to remember to do movement regularly. Get your hips moving, get all your muscles popped out at least once a day, so that you're, connecting, so that your body is remaining in a state of vitality, in a state of wellness, in a state where it can move and it can sit in the ways that you want it to. So we're on page 192. The dance of the womb is a profound cycle of sacred movement. It was channeled through me because I needed to heal my womb and convey my love to her. When I began to do these movements and saw the results in my body, I realized that many other women needed the same divine sacred movement to restore their wombs and lives as well. The dance of the womb movements are a gift from the divine. So sisters, let's dance. The dance of the womb offers a series of 25 rhythmic movements that gently flow one into the other. Every movement is designed to create a healthy, vibrant, well-rounded womb. It may take from 30 minutes to an hour to complete a full series of movements. For womb rejuvenation, into the dance of the womb, we did womb yoga. So we're going to be doing the womb yoga dance / dance of the womb next week. And I believe the final week we'll be doing a dance of the womb with the movements that I made up for us to do. All right, so for womb rejuvenation, these healing movements should be practiced every day. So that's especially if you're somebody who's really working to overcome something, be it physical, spiritual, emotional, whatever it is, traumatic, or illness that you're trying to heal, then you should be focused on doing this type of stuff every day. If you're somebody who is just trying to get that spirituality back in your life, then you can incorporate it however it not just however it fits, because obviously you'll need to make some special time for yourself, especially if you don't do that very often. But finding those ways to incorporate that's reasonable but doesn't prioritize it because you don't completely have like an illness that you're focused on healing. For best results, as you incorporate the dance of the womb in your daily life, be sure to eat only your wholesome flesh-free foods, an abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables, and drink plenty of pure water. So there we have the two gateways connecting sacred foods and sacred movement. It's easier to do your sacred movement. Your sacred movement is able to give you maximum benefit when your colon is light. It's your womb is able to move freely. You're not bogged down by constipation, gas, pain. It helps. You will soon find that you're on the path to maintaining a disease-free, vibrant womb and a body that is filled with light and love. As sacred women, we must cleanse our wombs daily and accept that we have the power to heal so we can be healthy and radiate pure energy through our bodies. Upon the rising of the sun, we also rise and face the east as we lovingly, gently nurture, rejuvenate, strengthen, and relax our body, mind, and spirit through the dance of the womb. With each exhalation, we release all forms of death. We say, today I shake out of my womb all tumors and cysts. Today I stretch out of my womb all signs of pain, PMS, cancer. Today I build strength in the most sacred seat. A healthy, whole womb is my divine birthright. Keep in mind that revitalizing the womb takes much more than a cup of herbal tea, 1 or 2 exercises. Establishing true womb wellness requires an entire lifestyle change. Remember to nurture yourself with natural living principles every day, right? So that's why we're trying to, it's the same with root work. It's the same with sacred womanhood. We're trying to have a full incorporated lifestyle change. So it's not just like a fad diet or a switch on and off type things. We're incorporating things that we're trying to make lifestyle habits. So we're incorporating small things, but things that we're committed to doing consistently, things that we return to on a weekly and a monthly basis, and that connect to other things we're going to be doing, months from now. It's because it's holistic. It's a lifestyle. It's all connected to each other. There's no isolated events. The fertility dances of many of the indigenous cultures around the world, Africa, China, Japan, India, Europe, Brazil, and the Caribbean, all involve rotation and stimulating movements of the buttocks, hips, and pelvis. These movements are excellent forms of womb rejuvenation. They should become a part of your daily discipline for womb wellness because they promote flexibility, strength, agility, lubrication, and joy. They vibrate out accumulated poisons from within and around the womb. When you do these movements, accompanied by drums, shakirs, bells, and or tamboras and tambourines, you'll experience a soulful healing as well. Playing musical instruments helps you maintain inner harmony and balance. If your mate plays the instrument while you dance, a healing transformation can take place for both of you. You don't have to be a professional musician and dancer to achieve the desired goal. You need only to seek to heal and to love. Through music and dance, you can create a loving attunement, a balance of male and female within and without, and reverence within your heavenly and your earthly realms. She reminds us also for breathing, to achieve your maximum effects and results of your womb movement. Have the proper breathing, continuous breathing. You're not holding your breath. You inhale deeply as you move up, and exhale down outwards as you move down. That's the general rule. Of course, you're going to be, breathing naturally as best you can as you're moving, but generally, it's the same kind of with yoga, right? When you're moving up, you kind of get that inward breath, and when you're going down, you get that exhale. Focusing on your breathing can be very challenging, but also it's rewarding. It's helpful for your lungs. It makes your movements that much better and builds your strength that much better. So you can be doing your fire breaths beforehand as well to help with this, or you can just be doing deep breathing as many times as you want before you start, and then continue that continuous breathing. So still on page 193, we're at the bottom, and we're at turning to nature for empowerment and release. So I thought this would be a really beautiful one for us to focus on as nature venerators as well. I especially enjoy using the elements when able when I dance. The wind, I think, is the most freeing, exhilarating, cleansing, and obviously free of all of them. Well, I mean, I guess the earth is as well really free. Water, if you can find, you know, a free river or ocean near you, that can also be free. But you know, in terms of as a little like setup, put a little preparation. It's not like you have to bring a towel. It's not like you need to clean yourself afterwards. With the wind, you know, you just can go outside as you are and let it, you know, blow you around and really, you know, allow the elements to go through your clothes, to go around your body in a very cleansing way. She says, step out, have courage, be confident. Your womb is your responsibility. The most powerful revolutionary activity that you can do is take full responsible care of your womb. For some, this is an awesome and fearful encounter. They would rather place their wombs at the mercy of strangers than trust their own abilities to heal themselves. Believe in yourself by trusting nature. Nature provides us with everything we need to heal. You've been given the tools and permission to oversee and heal your womb naturally. You've been given air, fire, water, earth, and spirit. Allow Sacred Woman to be one of the many gateways through which you tune in to the power and the spirit of the wise woman, the ancient medicine woman, the bush doctor. These handmaidens of the Divine Mother live inside each of us, just waiting to be summoned to guide us to womb wellness. If you ever doubt nature's capacity to heal your womb, go outdoors and just sit in the soil or grass or sand or rocks and spread open your legs and your heart and just breathe deeply. Ask nature, what must I do to create womb wellness? Sit still and listen quietly as long as it takes, and nature will speak to you. You will be given the courage you need and the direction to take as you advance on your healing journey. Step out in faith. So, excuse me. For that, I think it's so powerful, this aspect she has of just simply going out and asking nature, going out and asking Asashaya, Mother Earth, and just asking a question, just taking whatever very simple question it is, very, concise, to the point, what must I do to create womb wellness? Take that out into nature, sit and allow the universe to give you back that answer that you're seeking. So that was a very beautiful nature veneration. And of course, then after you're done, leaving an offering in the forest or in the sand or wherever it is that you've happened to gone, leaving that offering in the earth to say thank you, even if it is just a splash of water or 1 penny, etc. Just leaving something behind to say thank you for the moment of connection. Even if you don't get the full, complete answer right then, just opening yourself up to the answer and knowing that it will come and that that nature will provide this answer for you, will allow the answer to come at a later time. You can still leave a gift and just know that the knowledge is coming within the next day or two. So the dance of the womb is also a moving meditation. Freely dialogue with your womb throughout your exercises. Pay attention when your womb is in pain. Breathe deeply through her several times, for she wants to speak through you. She's trying to get your attention, so listen and relax into the movements as the voice of your inner womb speaks to you. One activity I like to do with this is start to just jot down when you get pains and what they mean. You know, how you fix them, how ultimately what was going on. You know, maybe you'll think it was this, later on you'll realize it was your period. And in this way, you can come to know your womb a little bit better, your womb's language a little bit better. So that way it will come to a time where you do get a random twinge or something, and you can kind of pinpoint in your mind, hey, well, maybe that's this, I'm at this time in my cycle, this usually happens, oh, this happens every single time, you know, so you can start to become aware of your own womb language, your own womb cycles. In my womb healing workbook, Punani Proverbs, I do put in a section specifically for that, just so people can have a space to return to think to themselves, hey, this is something that I do, or this is something that, you know, I can expect. And in that way you can kind of get into the habit of knowing your womb, and then you can be one of those people who, you know, knows to the day when their period is coming, or knows, you know, can tell when they're fertile, or, you know, all those little different nuances that we're taught that we will be able to do, you know, but it feels very elusive a lot of the time, because we're not really honing in on the actual skill of knowing our womb. We're just taking a bunch of data, and, you know, at times it can feel very impersonal. So here we have, as you move through your meditation in motion, your womb may weep, laugh, sing, rejoice, release her essence. This is an opportunity to get intimate with yourself. As you heal yourself, you will discover the relationship between the workings of your womb's physical or energetic life and how your womb relates to all of your womb experiences. As you perform the dance of the womb daily, mentally and soulfully unleash your power to be used for creativity and self-healing. Unpin those blocked, painful emotions. Forgive yourself. Bless your womb. Let go from the depths of your womb with each movement and with each breath. Listen to the voice of your womb throughout the dance of the womb very closely, and she will share all of her secrets with you. Actually, you know what I just realized? What we already did was the dance of the womb. The other thing that we're going to be doing is womb yoga dance. So earlier I had said that we were going to be doing womb yoga, the dance of the womb, but the dance of the womb is the one where you start with your feet together and your hands on your womb on your back, and you lift up and you just start with all of those lower womb movements that I'm sure if you did it, you know, you felt a ton of release in your womb area, especially if you're not used to womb yoga. It was definitely a lot. One thing I did want to note too before we went on is that for the dance of the womb, for the womb yoga dance, however you refer to them, dressing is still, you know, in sacred woman code. So because we're not trying to do this for athleticism, we're doing this to connect with our body, we're doing this to connect with our femininity, we're doing this to flow naturally from move to move, you can still wear your sacred woman whites, your sacred attire. It can be, in the video I wore something that so that you could see my legs, my body a little bit better than if I had worn, you know, a longer dress, which is all I have in white. But at the same time, you know, for yourself, in the book, if you have it, you'll see they have on, you know, white leggings, white t-shirts, and tied the same way I had it, the, you know, African print, maybe Ankara, maybe just a piece of cloth It looks like for one person, just for Queen, has just a dark piece, probably purple, tied around her waist, which we'll get into for Sacred Beauty, more about like the reasoning behind that. But yes, you can still, you know, be wearing something that makes you feel like a sacred woman, beautiful, while we do the womb yoga dance. So, as you experience the dance of the womb, one movement just flows into the next. Meditate on the purpose of each movement as it relates to your womb. For example, the first movement is about womb release. It asks you to release whatever or whoever may be blocking your rebirth. When you practice this movement, breathe from your heart of your womb self and free yourself from your very center. The key vision and approach to the dance of the womb is to spiritualize matter by pouring love, light, and serenity from your mind and heart through your body down into your womb. You do this through the power of your breathing, which is the divine life force of renewal. To create a lasting relationship, I encourage you to perform the dance of the womb with your mate. This will create respect, honor, compassion, sweetness, and harmony in your union. They will receive great benefits too. For if it is a male, his womb, his prostate will as well be purified, energized, and strengthened, giving him control and longevity. So the next part of the book goes into what we did last week, which was the 25 sacred movements of the dance of the womb. And if you have the book, that's pages 195. We're still going to 211. Okay, so that's all we're going to be doing for this week. In terms of our Sacred Woman studies, I'll totally find my Adinkra cards next week, and we'll catch up on that. And but other than that, I think, don't forget to try and dance on Friday for the full moon. Don't forget to continue to try and incorporate sacred movement into your life, and then also try and find a way to connect two of the gateways. One is the sacred movement, and then choose one of the other gateways that we've already done. So sacred womb, sacred foods, sacred words, and find a way to incorporate that into your sacred movement in some way. If you can, share it on patreon.com/sacred sister circle in the community section, and I'll share something as well that incorporates the two. Maybe do it on the full moon, use a affirmation while you're doing your dance. However it is you do it. Let us know, inspire some of your other sacred sisters to continue their journey and to commit to making some change in their life this week. And yes, that's it. So I'll see you all again next week, and thank you so much for joining me. And until then, may your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads.